we'll see. It's definitely things I'm interested in. Y'all know I love a good human genetic experiment.
True, depending on how well they do it.
That's fine.
This is true. Yeah, right. You know, maybe we relax those human gene laws just a little.
You're right. We need to clone Hitler and bring him back.
I didn't go that far. I didn't go that far.
This is the administration
That's a lot
you
of
want
steps.
in charge of eugenics.
I'm not using the E word. I'm not using the E word because that has major implications.
You're right. I just want to genetically alter myself so that I can be superior to those around me.
No. I just think we're not using the full potential of the gene.
You're right. We could be more superior than we are now.
As a whole species.
What if we just like took the most desirable traits from the most desirable people
and crossbreed them together?
Started putting them, just all together into like every new person.
Yeah. What if a shining, glowing baby was born one day randomly, and then all newborn babies afterwards had an 80% chance at gaining superpowers?
And that's how the Antibodies podcast started. A bunch of fucking mutants.
Let's go! Let's go! He said it! X gonna give it to you! X-Men, baby!
No, sorry. I meant mutants derogatory.
Hey, I'm a mutie and proud.
What was the offshoot when they couldn't use the word mutant? Was it metahuman? No, not metahuman.
No, that's DC.
What? You know what I'm talking about?
I mean, they have the Inhumans.
Oh, I think that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, and they nobody really like. Unfortunately, for them, for them. You know, no matter how many times we relight Marvel lore and why there's superpowered individuals on Earth, nobody's going to care about the Inhumans. They'll care about the Deviants. But the Inhumans and the Eternals, nobody's really ever going to care about out of that one. So, sorry, guys. Sorry about you. We tried. They tried multiple times. Y'all were cool in like the 90s.
Here in a minute, I've got a Marvel thing to share, but we'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Do you? Because I think...
In the meantime...
Yeah.
I don't have an intro.
I gave you the biggest layup with the what if a golden glowing baby was born.
It's true. It's true. We were cooking for a second there, and then we started talking about Marvel.
Yeah. It's all right. I mean, obviously, it's no... I don't think it should be any surprise to anybody here that the author of Vigilantes and My Hero are big Marvel fans.
Oh, gosh. So, funny thing. Yeah.
About that.
I guess we're skipping the immersive intro bit, but that's fine because honestly, we're the Antibodies and that's what you expect of us. But you're going to be in for a wild ride. Grab your water, hang tight. In the meantime, first things first. My water's empty. Oh.
Because you're drinking that queer beer out there, that queer Bud Light.
You know,
allegedly
Bud Light was destroyed by right-wing protests. So right here, I'm I got a month's salary in my can.
You know, one night I was enjoying me a nice cold Bud Light, and then the next thing I knew, I was balls deep in a man. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened there.
That's honestly a really good segue because listeners, if you do want to be balls deep in a man, join our Discord. We have a connections tab. Jarvis, make a connections tab for anybody that's just, looking for a quick job of any sort.
Whoa! We are not.
We don't solicit greets through the connections tab, but that's a separate
we're not
thing.
doing fuck a fan anymore.
No, we're not Bonnie Blue, bro. We're not Bonnie Bluing us. We're not Rodrigo Amoring this. We're not by the Myers. We're not Prime Sarah J. We're not Reese's Pieces.
Oh, wait.
Somebody stop me. I'm going to keep
Speaking
saying
of Sarah
things.
J, I got really juicy gossip. Apparently, Larry Bird, serial cheater. Larry Bird from, old school basketball, serial cheater. Among the women he cheated on his wife with, Sarah J.
Respect, Larry. Respect.
Apparently she's still working, like, to this day or whatever.
She is. She's the GOAT. This has nothing. I'm sorry, audience. I'm sorry, audience, but
anyways,
I'm gonna stop it there. I was gonna say something else,
but you're gonna get it here.
So, we don't even talk about that on the Discord. We actually have a really chill Discord, believe it or not. We really mainly talk about like video games and wrestling
and anime, believe it or
comic
not.
But yeah,
it's true. It's true.
Occasionally current events. We never once talk about this type of stuff, which is probably for the best.
We don't talk about politics on the Discord either, so please come on in, like, left wing, right wing.
Don't come in and talk politics, but come on in.
No, actually, we do talk politics, but you're not allowed to talk politics, just us.
I mean,
Could you fucking
I'm not
imagine?
I mean, that's... I can't imagine, unfortunately, Matt, because that's literally what is happening right now. That is literally...
Oh, are we banning people if they talk politics?
No, we need to groom people in our Discord to believe in the politics we want them to believe in.
That's what it is.
We
have a captive audience and need to exploit them.
Yeah, we need to be...
So please, join our Discord. Come be exploited. And
we will,
if you want to pay to be exploited, we also have Patreon.
Yeah. Actually... What we just opened up is we're releasing the Annie Buddies version of the 10 Commandments, probably made in Taiwan.
Okay.
And it's going to be available on our shop.
The sovereign nation of Taiwan, of course.
The sovereign nation of Taiwan. And it's going to be probably available on our shop, annybuddies.scam.notascam.us.com. Backed solely by Trump Coin, and you can only access it through the Truth Social app. Actually, that's actually... I didn't tell you guys this, but this is what's happening.
Don't follow us on Truth Social, though. Just, like...
I don't even think any of us can make a Truth Social.
What do you mean? Of course I can. I'm white.
No, it's literally... They did the dumbest thing. It's literally Apple locked. Like, you have to be on Apple to have Truth Social.
That's crazy.
That's so funny. That's such a good scam.
At least, yeah, exactly.
You get everybody to buy Apple phones to join your fucking app, and then you shut down the app and sell all your Apple stock.
Well, if you want to take the scam one step further, well, hold on, because there's an extra layer to this scam that Matt's forgetting.
No, I gotta get through this segment.
Because with the scam, when Truth Social
check out our
was
YouTube,
released,
check us out on Spotify,
the Trump phones, which were just iPhones,
Twitch TV / Doobie Howitzer, Twitch TV, King of Castle.
Yeah, maybe I'll start streaming whenever I play video games after I set up my OBS. I've actually thought about it.
Hey,
I'll make me actually finish Metal Gear.
I've done a couple of like super low pressure rematch streams, and like I don't fucking care.
Well, you see, the thing is, I was just gonna be streaming from my PlayStation because you can do that, and I was just gonna have the chat open on my phone and go camless.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
And go full gameplay and show that I'm a gamer.
That's also allowed.
Yeah, absolutely. Go gameplay only muted stream.
Anyways, I guess probably a good opportunity to open up the floor, talk about ourselves. We we haven't done enough of that already.
Yeah, not today.
No, but what have the fellas been up to this week? It's a little bit of a short downtime between our last episode and this one, so, whatever.
I've been overindulging in my obsessive need to collect records. It was Bandcamp Friday this last Friday, and I spent way too much fucking money. But
very nice.
I had a good time with it.
Any particularly exciting finds?
Let me look. I think wait, where's my Bandcamp app? There it is. Probably This Isn't Hentai Jazz by Mabicio. Y'all would probably enjoy that one just because of the artwork. Same thing with Everything Is Under Control. Y'all would probably appreciate that one. And that's only because the artwork is anime related, so.
Making a lot of assumptions about me here.
Was it? You're talking about the book by Robert Anton Wilson? Everything Is Under Control. Conspiracies, cults.
No.
And cover-ups.
No.
Written in 1998. No, that's not the one. No. Oh yeah, I do like that. Is the music good?
Oh yeah, it's like super lo-fi kind of jazzy beats.
Oh, never mind. It's Chainsaw Man. This shit fucks.
Yeah, Matt loves Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, and
then, I love Chainsaw Man so much.
And then there's that one. So yeah, big shout out to Mabicio. Everything Is Under Control is more of a vapor trap album. This Isn't Hentai Jazz is a follow-up to This Is Hentai Jazz by Mabicio. But they're a really good artist. I like them a lot. They do a lot of like barber beats, kind of lo-fi jazzy stuff. Big fan. Oh, and then I also got the Everywhere at the End of Bikini Bottom by Sponge Taker, which is just a bunch of SpongeBob music that has been vaporwavified and slowed down, reverbed, and made dystopian, and gives you that sense of nostalgia, but also the where has my life gone and why is everything around me dying and getting worse, and it fills you with that existential dread while it also makes you think of happy times, and it gives you that conflicting that feeling of dread.
I think that's what SpongeBob was all about, so it makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. I think SpongeBob was a really good encapsulation of the human experience.
Oh god, being a fry cook for the rest of my life, I feel it.
I mean, essentially,
if it paid the bills, I could do it, and I don't think I would be that upset.
Well, I'm gonna keep it a stack with y'all. SpongeBob makes bank. Krusty Krab was his first job. He opens at 5 a.m. and he closes.
Because there's that one episode where they get their paychecks, and it's like
another day, another nickel.
Change, or they're expecting like $1 and some change, but there's deductions for breathing.
That's because of the new company policies.
Yeah, but like before that, like they were expecting like a couple of dollars for their like paycheck.
Now it's just another nickel or whatever.
I think they're getting hoed, but they don't pay rent because they're all squatters.
That's fair. They all live in the nuclear waste of Bikini Bottom, so the rent's pretty cheap. I wonder what the rent would be like in Chernobyl right now.
Doesn't eat. I mean, he does, but not really.
Yeah, not really. He never mind. I shouldn't.
Photosynthesis.
Yeah,
I watched some SpongeBob. Whatever.
Yeah, I only painted my room as like SpongeBob themed as a child.
Hey, that's kind of litty.
It was very litty. It was a birthday present, actually.
Oh yeah.
I was like 7.
Hell yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. It was a good time. Bye week though. Speaking of being 7, I've been playing Kingdom Hearts. In fact, I've been playing so much Kingdom Hearts, I am at the final world. So I'm literally about to beat Kingdom Hearts. Good game.
You don't ever have to play it again.
You're right, because then I can move on in the series. You're correct about this. You're correct about this. I mean, I don't hate it.
It's not incredibly bad. It's just...
What's your beef with it?
I'm spoiled. I mean,
yeah, granted...
Feels like it's meant to be... It feels like it's meant to perform somewhere between a Souls-like and a hack and slash, but like it doesn't do either one well enough. It's actually the same exact issue I had with Darksiders 3 that we were just talking about in the Discord.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I actually didn't beat Darksiders 3, but that's just because I was like, I want to play other games.
It's probably like perfectly fine if you're not looking for it to be one of those two styles of game, but like it just didn't feel like it did enough of either for me, I guess, in terms of like feel mostly. Like plenty of content, even like optional content that I even bothered to do. But like I don't know. Like play value, different like branching paths and all that. Like it should be right up my alley. It just didn't feel right. That's all.
Interesting. I mean, I'm just playing the first one. Kind of just feels like a pretty all right children's action role play. To be fair. So I have no issue with it. Granted, I'm not a big Dark Souls fan. I have not beat a Souls game in life. The only Souls boss I beat have been in Another Crab's Treasure, which isn't even like up there on difficulty of Souls list. I didn't use the gun. I did beat them standard wise, but after the 2 bosses, I said, if I'm gonna beat this game, I'm gonna use the gun. And I'm like, I'm not gonna play a Souls game where I one-shot everything. That's boring, antithetical to the genre. Though it is very funny. It's very, very funny that the gun is the crab shell and it one-shots everything. It's very funny. But yeah, I'm not gonna do all that. But yeah, no, I think it's fine. I think granted, I understand that Kingdom Hearts gets insane going into the second game. Like almost immediately so. Almost immediately gets insane. And in that case, it's a story. If I like actually get into it, I'm like, Garbo. Yeah. I'll probably just play the second one because everybody really like raves about the second one. And then call it a day. But yeah, you see, I should be playing Metal Gear. That's what I should be doing. But I wanted to play a newer but not too new game.
You should be playing also Mage Arena.
Well, someone needs to gift it to me.
I'll give you the $3 video game.
Thank you. It was my birthday last week.
Oh, happy belated.
And I got myself
some. The other side of 40.
Oh, thanks. It's nice to be here for the 5th year in a row. Anyways, I picked up The Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver.
Great game.
What else did I get?
Great game.
I got something else. Hold on. Oh, right there. Yeah, so I picked up the combo pack.
Nice.
So it's 1 and 2, and then even though I haven't finished Yakuza 0, I went ahead and just said fuck it, bought the remastered collection. So I now have 3, 4, and 5. So now I just have to get 6 on its own, and then I have the entire Kiryu collection. And then whenever I do stream, because I will set up the OBS thing because I have to for the fucking podcast, so I might as well set it up to stream.
It just takes a minute to get familiar with it. It's not hard.
Yeah, it doesn't seem hard. It's either going to be Yakuza or the Metal Gear franchise as the first series. So probably Yakuza though, because I have all of them. That's months worth of shit. Good games.
Makes sense.
Like Metal Gear is just better. Anyways,
Sweeto.
Yeah, Matt, what's up with you?
This week, I've watched a number of new movies. You could even say I went to see them in theaters.
Oh, did you? I'm so proud of you.
No,
You watched them in the Prime Video?
I didn't.
Oh.
But the new Naked Gun movie, really fucking funny with Liam Neeson.
Oh, I bet.
Good. Nice.
It felt very Saturday Night Live at times. Which is an odd thing to use non-derogatory.
I was going to ask, what type of Saturday Night Live? I'm not going to ask what era, because that doesn't matter.
Not
Every
like
era
the writing,
is good in its own way.
Liam Neeson felt like he was guest starring on an episode of Saturday Night Live. It felt like he was there to let the joke be played on him.
Mm-hmm.
And completely open to it, and it was good. A lot of quirky little goofy jokes, and a couple of very topical current event jokes.
Okay.
Oh, beautiful.
So,
were we dropping not Netanyahu from 300 feet in the air?
No, nothing that satisfying.
Fair.
But I will say, the way the movie more or less ended in terms of the conflict between the main character and the main bad guy was really, really funny. It had me fucking cackling.
Which is
a
I
good
made
sign.
Chloe
It's
watch
the kind of
Friendship.
thing. Oh, good, fantastic.
Is that on anything
She
yet?
did buzz.
It's on the internet.
Yep.
I need it to be on something that's not the internet and not $20 because I told the wifey we would watch it together, but I don't want to spend money on that.
No,
What if I just give you a link?
Yeah, but I also can't watch it on my computer. She won't watch it on the computer.
Yeah, they want to watch it in their living room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, you don't have a smart TV?
Yeah. I know Chloe's. We would be like the most basic consumer.
Basic consumer.
Well, it's actually really funny you say the words basic consumer because that kind of segues nicely into the other thing I did this week.
Oh, you consumed milk.
No, and don't call me Milk Boy. That's derogatory.
No, I wasn't calling you Milk Boy. I'm pretty sure milk is basic and not acidic. Milk is basic.
Yeah.
But you know what else is basic? I watched a bunch of Spider-Man movies. Did you guys see that new Marvel?
Oh, actually, milk is slightly acidic.
No Way Home.
Oh, I did see the new Marvel. This is a safe space. Yeah, this is a safe space. Yeah. Dude,
no Marvel spoiler zone. I watched the animated Spider-Man movies, and I don't know if I care about the Tom Middleton or whatever Spider-Man movies.
Tom Holland ones? Yeah, they're not nearly as good as the Spider-Verse ones.
I don't know.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I like Tom Holland as an actor. I've seen him in some actual serious dramatic roles. And I think those are a lot better than the Spider-Man movies. My issue with the Spider-Man movies is that I don't care about this Peter Parker's life at all. You know what I mean? I couldn't give a respectfully. I couldn't give a rat's ass.
Version of Peter Parker that is connected to Tony Stark as a teenager before he even needs to have a job or anything. So this Peter Parker doesn't feel I don't want to say as authentic as the Peter Parker I grew up with, because that's some like unk shit. But
Yeah.
I mean, like the Peter Parker we grew up with was like constantly missing rent payments.
Yeah, and it's not even him being a high schooler because the My Friendly Neighborhood show, I really like that one. I really like that show. I hope that one gets a second season. I just don't think the Marvel Spider-Man movies are like good. I don't think they're like standouts of the Marvel universe. I literally forgot the plot of the second and third of all three of them. I forgot the plots of all three of the movies until I had to rewatch one of them, and I was like, "Oh shit, this is where the Vulture was." Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that happened. And then in the second one, I was like, "What the fuck happened to that?" And then I was talking to my dad, and I was like, "That was the Mysterio one. They went to Paris." I was like, "Oh, yeah, that wasn't very good." It was a great visual spectacle, but it wasn't good. And then outside of the having all three Spider-Men in No Way Home, I was like, so kind of just nothing happened? He just kind of lost all of his friends and that's it?
Kind of.
Like,
I mean, that's Spider-Man. That's
Spider-Man. That's Spider-Man. But it's like, damn, you just kind of had me go through like 3 movies of...
It was
not
like
really
8 hours of like nothing at the end of the day. Like the John Cena heel turn where they immediately turned him face again at like SummerSlam a couple days ago. Yeah. Everybody was freaking out when he first turned heel for the first like real time in his career since he was made. And it amounted in basically him throwing that out the window, and then they shit all over their current champion to have him immediately like blow it off for an upcoming match with another 45-plus-year-old retired star.
It happened.
Who is Brock Lesnar, the sex pest.
That beautiful.
Allegedly, but very likely to have actually done it, was involved personally in the sex trafficking with Vince McMahon.
It's really crazy how we're not releasing the files. Someone's name is scrubbed from the unreleased files. And all these people that are either alleged or adjudicated sexual assaulters are getting into positions of power. Kind of crazy.
Well,
I
think I just saw Ghislaine Maxwell at the grocery store the other day.
It's just, it puts Pop Step's costume really into perspective now. You know what I mean? Like, inherently,
we finally tell the people what anime we're watching.
Yeah, inherently, there's nothing wrong with the Pop Step costume. And inherently, there's nothing wrong with the Pop Step costume character design. But it does become a little bit of an issue when it is then revealed that Pop Step is a high schooler, and that is the Pop Step costume. At least from a Western perspective. I mean, I don't want to like make a big deal out of it because, granted, our views of what is morally and socially acceptable from a historical perspective have changed within the last 150 years. Really, like within the last.
Let the kids dress themselves. I don't fucking care.
Yeah, like let the kids dress themselves, but also then like when we have like the grown adults talking about Pop Step's butt, and we have that information.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
Yeah, then it's like, what the fuck is going on here? You know what I mean? Like
anyways, pick by the way, yeah, we're the Antibodies, and we're gonna talk about My Hero Academia Vigilantes today.
This is the first time we mentioned it.
I guess we're talking about butts first, and then the show.
Well, it was the only segue, Eddie, into what we were talking about. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Anyways, as the ass man that you are.
No.
Oh, sorry. As the former ass man. You're correct.
My Hero Academia Vigilantes. The anime adapted from the serialized manga that ran for about like 5 years or something, for 126 or 130 something chapters, I think, like that.
It said said 127 on Viz when I looked to add it to my list.
Yeah, I think there were some bonus chapters in there as well, but I don't know if they like count because they're whatever. Anyways,
132
it ran for,
if you're including the bonus.
Okay, 132. So that tracks. Yeah, it ran for 6 years, 132 chapters. It was not written by Kohei Horikoshi, the creator of My Hero Academia, but it was expressly given not just his consent, but openly given his blessing as well. Hideyuki Furuhashi has absolutely fucking killed this shit. I don't know anything else that they've worked on, but I imagine that it's probably fucking fire.
It is. It is fire, bro. Holy shit. The guy that wrote this, he's the scriptwriter for the K franchise, which is a real pocket pick franchise of mine of anime
seen
stuff.
It all over, and I've tried not to interface with it because there are like a dozen variants.
No. You watch K. It's just the letter K, and then you watch K Missing Kings. And then you watch K Return of Kings. And then you sit back and you go, Absolute Cinema.
Okay, that seems a lot more manageable.
That's all you got to do. And one of them, I think the second one, Missing Kings, I believe that one is a movie, so it's really quick. And then Return of Kings is a series.
Connection that it has to My Hero Academia Vigilantes, which is peak cinema.
That's why I liked it so much.
I'm very amenable to trying that out. So I might ask you to put that in like a text-based format so I can reference it later.
Don't play with me, dude. I'll fucking throw K on the list. I'm such a fucking anime boomer. Are you kidding me? Like, when K came out and how good it's so crazy. It's so crazy how good K looked and how good the story actually was. Or like when it came out, it's that's why I'm so not into Demon Slayer. I'm so unimpressed because I'm like, man, fucking K looked so much better compared to what was going out at that time, and the story was actually better. God, I like K a lot. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. We'll check it out.
But
before we check out K, yeah, we've got other stuff on our list. I don't even want to say unfortunately because we got some fucking bangers coming up. In the meantime, we talk about this one. This one was adapted from the banger manga into a banger anime by Studio Bones. Obviously, all they do is win between Skate, My Hero Academia, the actual regular series, My Hero Academia Vigilantes. You don't even need to know the rest of their fucking filmography. Just trust. Just trust. It's like when Oreos comes out with a new flavor. Even if it's batshit crazy and insanely stupid, you still gotta try it. That being said,
Bones is fantastic. Oh,
yeah. Did we have any prior experiences with Vigilantes? I know I did. I read the fuck out of it. But what about you guys?
I read a lot of it. Didn't finish it, but I read a lot of it.
Unfortunately, for when Vigilantes, the manga started, I was in the Black Clover is better camp. So I looked at it and said, I don't want this. I just want Black Clover. And little did I know there was a goat here. And the goat's name was not Wally West. The goat's name was Koichi. That's what else I did. I read more of The Flash. It's good.
You should read some of this.
Oh, Barry's back. Yeah, I don't want to show my bed, but I have at least 8 comics and manga to get through before I want to pick up anything else. And with one of the comics, it's like the first volume of the Green Lantern Rebirth, which is the Jessica Cruz, Simon Bowles run. I would like to read that. So So probably whenever I get to that, I'm just gonna read all the Green Lantern Corps, and then I'll be insufferable for the Lantern series. I'll be in peak.
Well, it's actually really funny you mentioned that, and I'm not going to elaborate much on it, but I know what I'm doing for animation next year, or next season, and I'm not telling anybody. Just know that it is very, very, very loosely related to that.
If it's not Young Justice season 1, I'm coming over there.
It's not. I'm saying definitively it's not.
It's the Green Lantern.
It is even
the
looser.
Animated series.
It is even looser related to that.
It's the CGI Green Lantern animated series.
No, it's the one without any of the CGI done, Tristan. You know me.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, if there's a copy of that Ryan Reynolds movie out there, I'd love to see it.
Man,
God,
I'm upset with how they did Parallax in that movie.
I mean, I'm upset with how they did most of that movie.
I mean, it has no less CGI than the modern Marvel movie does, but like
just
the build up to
worse.
Sinestro wasn't great. Parallax wasn't great. Jordan wasn't great like usual. I said what I said, and I'm going to stand on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. You know who is great? Koichi.
Bones. Koichi's also great.
Yeah. Main character of the series, Koichi, is a college student who has, at the time, a seemingly unimpressive quirk called Slide and Glide. It lets him very, very loosely levitate, kind of.
I'm going to stop you there. This is a direct instance of your own imagination and will
We
limiting
get to that in
your
the middle
quirk's
of the
potential.
season. I'm doing the overview.
I immediately clocked it. I was like, really? So all you need is 3 points of contact and you're moving around like a cockroach? You didn't try to do anything else? Koichi, come on.
Well, he did.
And then I sat there like this.
No, like we see
And then I
he
sat there
has
like
all
this.
sorts of different ways that he uses the quirk that are creative. It's just in terms of being
I'm
powerful. It does not come with any combat potential, which in the series or the main series is kind of a recurring theme of like how things are misjudged is, oh, well, this doesn't have any combat application, so it's weak. And
Yes.
you know, I mean, there's still a place that's clearly made in the main series for people who have utility quirks and all of that. But it's something where Koichi is not just limited by himself. Society is probably like constantly kind of, I don't want to say putting him down, but you know, kind of putting a lid on things. Anyways, he uses it mostly just to get to school and get to work and get home. We don't see until later in the season that he uses it to scale like the building to get home instead of having to climb stairs. He just walks out into the alley and like sticks to the wall and scoots right up to his penthouse apartment. Lots of air quotes around the word penthouse. Anyways, he is just a regular dude. Nothing particularly heroic about him except for the fact that he cares. By day, he's a student and a convenience store
That's the most
worker.
heroic thing.
By night, he scuttles around picking up people's trash and, you know, helping lost children cross the street or what the fuck ever.
I like to see
Just
Iron
an
Man do
all-around
that
nice
shit.
guy. We also have a couple of other misfits that he joins up with by kind of freak circumstances. One night, he runs into some trouble, and then runs into some more trouble, and then runs into that same trouble a third time, and finally steps up to try and do something about it, gets his ass beat, and gets bailed out by an old man with a grudge. Basically, he's a very, very heavy Batman allegory.
Very much so.
Sometimes.
Just better.
Sometimes.
Better in every single way.
He's a much better father than Batman ever was.
True.
Um,
True.
it
Ask Damien.
sort of.
You don't even have to ask Dick, Jason, or
Yeah, you don't even have to ask like his
Everyone.
biological children. You could ask his adopted children. Oh wait, they're all
Yeah.
probably either dead or just as fucked up as he is.
yeah.
No, sorry,
No,
Sorry.
Tim's fine. Tim's fine.
not all. Yeah, just mostly.
Yeah. Yeah. You know.
In this case, things start as a chance meeting and then they kind of spiral out of control from there very, very, very quickly. It goes from we're gonna go around, stopping small time crime in the streets to we're gonna take on an underground drug empire. This drug, by the way, is not like an opiate. It's a quirk boosting drug for, people that want to do crimes, but like good. Sorry,
Do
well,
crimes good.
not good. Yeah, do crimes well. From there, it spirals another layer deep, and after this season ends, it'll spiral another layer deep, or maybe two. But we're not going to talk about that much in the future.
Oh. Why not?
The trio is made up of a grizzled old man who is allegedly quirkless. 80%, 20%, so that's an oddity in this society, and everybody already kind of side-eyes him. But he's the most capable of the bunch at this point in time. A up-and-coming idol, but she's not really an idol. She's more like a teenager with an OnlyFans. And Koichi, who picks up trash. As they kind of grow and things escalate further, we get, the layers of complexity, not just in like who the characters are and kind of where they come from, but also we get introduced to kind of like the more capable but similarly outcast or misfit-y heroes like Captain Celebrity, who is rehabbing his image in Japan because he just can't keep it in his pants.
Well, we can't all be Booster Gold.
It's true. It's true. And connected to him, actually, Koichi meets her before him, but whatever, is Makoto, who is the sister of the recurring character police officer from the main series. She's basically just she works like 5 jobs and is also going to school, and is also like writing her own like investigative like paper or what the fuck ever. It's a whole thing. She is so insanely capable. She feels like a plot device, and that leads like directly into the joke of her pretending to be Koichi's girlfriend when his mom comes to town as a favor, and immediately they get sniffed out because she's too good for him.
And then the mom's like, "Hey, you can, I can lose a son, but you want to be my daughter? I don't really care as much." He's like, "Where's that leave me? You're a free agent now. Go find somebody."
Yeah, go find new parents.
It's a good bit. It's a good bit. But as they kind of make friends in higher places, things do also kind of upscale on the other side of the coin when it comes to the drug trade or whatever, the villain organization. We get we get more depth on a bad guy called the Bee User, who is basically just a parasitic quirk that goes around infecting people and like borrowing their body as like a hive. So naturally, you'd think Matt would hate this on like 2 of his 3 most important levels, but somehow they made this shit fuck hard.
So it proves that it is just a personal bias.
No, because I love bees is the problem. And then they called the quirk Queen Bee, and then they had Hachisuka dress up as like a bee with the stockings and the backpack and everything. And you know what?
Yeah.
She was the queen bee of the school too. It's just so fucking thematic, like down to the fucking.
Really got you going, eh? Really got you going there. Sounds like
It was unfortunately really good, and it makes me question who I am as a person
fraud.
because of my icks. Oh, I'm
Yes,
okay
yes,
with being a fraud. I'm fine with being a fraud. I just need to know, like,
You just need to know
why
that
and
you're being a
how,
fraud.
you know?
So
How
it sounds
you became
like
a fraud.
It sounds
that
like
you are.
sounds like this just became a continuation of Smutty Summer, and we're learning more about
No,
you.
no.
You're learning more
This-
about yourself.
This
Well,
is
according
different.
to
This
Tell,
is
tell me, tell, me,
different.
tell me more about these bees.
Yes.
Did Bee Movie
Is it
awaken
because
things
of-
in you?
I
Is
don't
it maybe
like
because
Jerry
of the studio
Seinfeld as a
queen
bee,
bee?
but I think maybe if
You
the
could-
right
you-
bee came along, I could be convinced. I understand the perspective of the woman Barry Seinfeld's bee was trying to pick up.
Oh, well, if it's Jerry Seinfeld, that's probably a high school woman. And in which case, you talking about Hachikusa really doing numbers on your brain there.
no,
With the queen
no.
bee thing, we might have a more in-depth conversation.
Hold on, let me call ice on you guys really quickly. It's the only way to get out of this.
No, they're also within driving distance. Literally today, they're having a meeting with the mayor.
That's so messy.
So Matt, is your queen bee thing because of the link that I sent? Is it because of this particular studio?
Oh, you sent a
The
link.
queen. Yeah, I sent a link about a particular studio, Queen Bee. You might be interested in it.
What do they do?
I'm gonna say,
Dude.
looking at them, there's nothing.
Well, do you have the
Wait,
filter
they put
on?
titties on that guy. That's so funny.
Yeah.
No, wait, that
they're
might not
porn
be a guy.
studio. They're
That might not
hentai
be a
studio.
guy. Hold on.
Oh,
Those
Yeah.
might just be regular titties. That's not fun for me.
That's not fun for me. crazy work. But yeah, no.
I don't
Good
think
show,
it has
good show.
anything to do with this, but you know, I'm glad to have learned something new.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Um,
Each one teach one and whatnot or whatever.
From there, the resolution is that we find out that Knuckle Duster, the old man of the group, is the father of the young lady that is possessed by the bee quirk. And basically, the way the season kind of wraps up is that not only is she dealt with in terms of like the drug dealing going on around the area or in the neighborhood of Naruhodo, which is infamously not well lit, I suppose. He also manages to extract the bee without her dying, and she's kind of waking up in the hospital towards the end of the season, and he kind of seemingly retires from hero work because, you know, mission accomplished. Shit's still fucked up. There's still the whole like extra level. There's a villain who is bigger and badder, it seems, that we don't actually get to learn anything about yet. And
He's fast.
He is a
oh, you have
speedster.
no idea. You have no idea.
Well,
Shit's
I'm-
about to get insanely DC pilled.
well, don't tease me. Don't tease me as a
Alex,
Flash
it's-
reader myself.
It's peak Westaboo shit. You are going to love it.
There's just are we outrunning death? Are we?
Not specifically, but like in a way, multiple times, yes.
All right, I'm here for it. The Black Racer's sick. I'm here
It's.
for it.
I think that might actually be what they call the bad guy in this. No, I'm just kidding.
No shot.
I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking kidding.
No, okay. Because if it is like where the volume that I'm gonna have for the Flash ends, it ends in Blackest Night. So literally, the Black Racer is like showing up at the very end. It ends right when Barry gets his blue. Spoilers for Blackest Night. almost 20-year-old story. Barry Allen gets a Blue Lantern ring. And that's where my copies of the Flash end off. And then at me being a Blackest Night reader / most of the New 52 shit that actually matters and then doesn't end up mattering. I can just jump forward now. I can just jump all the way forward. I can skip like 10 years of comic shit, which is pretty great. Let me tell you.
I really want to send you a still frame image with no context, but I think it is unfortunately massive spoilers. I mean, yes, it is, but like, it also connects in a way that would spoil who it is and like something about them.
So if you're saying if it's getting DC pilled, you're teasing we're going fast. Are we getting a green? Because what I've really been waiting for from the My Hero thing is we don't have a lantern person. Which, granted, with how My Hero set up, you're not really going to get that. But do we have an energy construct person? Do we get that? I mean, technically, we get Stars and Stripes, but that's not really what her quirk did.
Tristan, do we count this as a yes?
Because, like, I'm not kidding. If we get an energy construct person, this might just be better than regular My Hero, which is pretty good.
Better than regular My Hero, but I don't know, because I want to say no, but it could also be someone that is past where I stopped reading. So
it's somebody we all already know.
Okay, if that's the case, then I'm going to say no. They're not an energy construct person. No.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay. We'll see. Is there? I guess there wouldn't really be. I think of like a street. Do we get like a Black Manta? Something like that?
No, I don't think we ever do anything underwater.
Rip. All right.
I mean,
I'll sit here and be patient.
We've got Killer Orca from the mainline series, but
true. Which I wish we got more Killer Orca. Which if we get more Killer Orca in this, I'm more than happy with that. I wasn't too jazzed when Aizawa showed up at first because I was like, oh god damn it! Like,
no, he's highly important.
Do we have to,
before he becomes a teacher, so we get origin story on what drives him to become a teacher.
Yeah.
Especially because he's not the kind of guy that seems like he should be a teacher at all or would become a teacher at all.
Yeah, which I get. That's why people like him and his fucking sleeping gimmick. I was just kind of like, it's whatever. You know, he's not my favorite quirky anime teacher.
I get
you. Know, he's you know.
I definitely think he's a lot better in this show than My Hero, because My Hero, he is very gimmicky, but in this he is a very fleshed out character. And not gonna lie, his backstory stuff is pretty fucking tragic. It's really good.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to it. Overall, I walked away excited to continue this series. Which, granted, I walked away excited to continue My Hero, and then
this is
watching. Then we started to explain dorm rooms.
This is a lot more comic-y and a lot more like. Sorry, bubbles. A lot more succinct. Again, like 132 chapters counting bonus.
Yeah.
So it's a very
it's a good
3 seasons story. Maximum.
Yeah.
That's sadly, if I'm really into it, that's a day and a half read.
Honestly, it's worth it. I was reading it as it came out, chapter by chapter, not like regularly weekly either. Unfortunately, there was some a lot of irregularity in the schedule because it was starting to wrap up around the time COVID was like starting to wrap up. I think.
Yeah.
I want to say it ended like 2022.
What a beautiful, possibly manufactured disaster you were.
But yeah, it's something where like I 100% am going to go back and read through this after having watched the season because it just.
Oh no, I want to go back and finish it off now that it's completely done, because I want to say I got to around chapter 80 before I stopped. Just because I.
Oh yeah, that's nothing.
Yeah, no. Like I kept up with it pretty well because I was keeping up with that and My Hero around the same time, and then I kind of dropped both of them around the same time.
Right.
Just because I didn't want to keep up with them weekly, and then I kept doing other stuff, and then I forgot what chapter I actually left off on, and I was like, I'll start again at some point. Just never did.
Yeah. Yeah, no reason not to start from the beginning. It's It's got all the charm of My Hero Academia, but it's a lot more gritty, a lot more, I don't want to say adult subject matter, because like My Hero Academia does get, I don't know, fairly.
We talk about child abuse in season 1.
Yeah, they start picking up, especially too as you get into like season 4 plus.
Yeah.
But like from the get go, from start to finish, it's like you're introduced to it as, oh, I'm nice guy, I'm gonna pick up the trash, and then basically immediately after that, it's like, oh, by the way, everybody's a one-shot kill from here. It's like don't let the bad guys touch you or you die.
Yeah. Hey, you know, we're speed running the dungeon on 1 HP.
Basically, and you know what? Koichi's a hell of a speedrunner. Something instinctive to it almost.
Interesting. It's almost like he is a hero.
Yeah,
he's a natural hero.
And as we open up the floor for more discussion, that was actually one of my favorite highlights of the show, was that Koichi backstory where they kind of like offhandedly mention like, oh, by the way, I was gonna go try to be a hero, and then, you know, I had to save a little boy from the river and just didn't get to take my test and decided I wasn't worth being a hero from then on out.
Like, bro, you did a hero action. What are you talking about?
It's like,
I missed my hero test because I was actively being a hero?
Right.
What? God.
My quirk wasn't good enough for me to take the entrance exam, so I'm just going to actually save a kid and call it a day.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you seen Mineta?
And like, we also get that as like an extension, I think, of the episode where Koichi saves Makoto from the bus in free fall. He subconsciously, you know, breaks his limits and goes from slightly hovering or levitating above the ground by a couple inches to just full on like flight. That's when we get the lore from his mom about, oh, he was always flying around as a baby and I was just smacking him back to the ground, child abuse, because I was worried he'd fly away from me.
Yeah, I literally trained him to be afraid of flying.
Exactly.
If you get too far off the ground, you will be hurt. You will be punished.
Yeah, like she turned him into a cockroach, basically. But I mean, he does remain the crawler, even though he knows he's capable of flying. And yes, later in the season, it is something that he continues trying to master because, as we see with Knuckle Duster retiring, he needs to up his game now more than ever. But I'm not going to go into the extent of where that gets him and everything about it. Suffice to say, it is a good thing that Ida's older brother
is a fraud and sucks.
Took the business card back.
Everything that happened to him.
Because he does have a home, he does have a family, he has a place where he belongs and fits in.
Also, I can't be associated with a vigilante.
Oh yeah, that's he's also a criminal. Forgot about the felonies.
All I care about.
That being said, he was the original Stain fanboy, so that's pretty fucking funny.
True. Okay, since you mentioned that, Alex, did you see that coming? That reveal?
I unfortunately, due to the nature of me being, no matter what I'm watching, I have subtitles on. I did see the reveal coming because Crunchyroll literally had the name they were calling him, and then in brackets they put Stain.
Oh,
fuck! So
misery.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
No, sorry. It's not your fault. It's Crunchyroll's fault.
Yeah.
But the way it was revealed is beautiful.
Because
the Crunchyroll thing was, I thought it was very obvious even before that, personally. But
well, for me, I remember when I was reading it, you don't pick up on it until he does the first blood blick, and then it's like, Oh,
Yeah, we don't
shit.
actually see him lick any blood until the assassination of the 4 bosses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So, like,
I just
from
remember
everything before, he's just a guy with a sword, as far as we're concerned. So he looks like Knuckle Duster with knives instead of fists.
Yeah. And then you see it, and I just remember the first time seeing it, it was like, oh shit, okay, this is gonna be his backstory now. And then
Nobody sees how it unfolds from there. It goes fucking insane.
You're right.
Apparently, that's all it takes to make a villain. All you have to do is lie, cheat, and steal a little bit.
Yeah. Hey, what I was gonna say is I liked the scene of him cutting off his own nose. It was fire.
Yeah. Cutting off the
good.
nose despite the face or whatever.
Yeah, also the clear Deathstroke
Oh, very
costume
much.
design was
Very
fantastic.
much.
That was very good. Yeah. Oh, did we get Hawk and Dove? Do y'all know who Hawk and Dove are?
I do. It's been a very long time, so I don't remember what their powers were. I remember them from, what was it, Justice League Unlimited?
Yeah.
But
they show up in there.
But I don't remember what they did.
Pretty much Hawk's just super strong. They're either like brothers or like siblings.
Yeah, because I was gonna say I thought it was like a girl. But, I thought it was a brother sister combo.
Well, that's because the first Dove died, but we don't have to get into that. Anyways, okay. Anyways, Hawk super strong, very very powerful, and then Dove like cannot. It has like the ultimate defense. They're super street level basic characters. I just like that they're intertwined. I like that shit.
Right. Not really.
Okay. All right. I'll keep thinking of street level DC characters because you said DC pilled, and now I'm like, is Ted Cord in this show?
You're just gonna have to consume the content.
It's Ted Cord. Ted Cord's here.
I don't want to say anything. I'm not gonna say anything.
It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. I feel like I hit the nail on the head with that guess. I think I hit the nail on the head. I'm excited.
I don't want to get your hopes up too much.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I don't want to get your hopes up too much.
I wouldn't get your hopes up too much on that.
Oh, okay. Then we can just focus on.
I was like, you can get your hopes up. Just don't be too disappointed when it doesn't come true.
Because I'm also trying to think of like heroes whose like powers or what they or how they work.
You have to understand
in the My Hero world.
Yeah, like it's not only is it My Hero, it's also not Justice League. We don't have a whole ensemble cast.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to think of like characters that do have like that could slot into what the Vigilantes are doing. So, you know, they're street level, they're kind of detective. They might be more of like I was about to say the question, but I was like, that's just
wrong. Yeah, you might be approaching it from the wrong angle when I say DC pill, but
yeah.
Oh, so think of major hero. Think of major hero, but then make them.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of. Speaking of major heroes, Pop Step, guys. How do we feel about Pop Step?
She starts off highly, highly questionable. And I think as we get to know her more, or more accurately, I think as she kind of carves out a role for herself as part of the team, not just as like their face on like social media and everything, but also as like somebody that can direct crowds in cases of emergency, or is the one to, you know, make sure the authorities are notified so that way they're not, you know, just thugs doing like gang shit in the streets.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where I think she kind of builds her confidence, and that spirals into not just her, you know, no longer being threatened by Makoto as like, oh no, somebody else that Koichi might be interested in, but also as somebody that she can put her trust in as a manager. Just being more secure, I suppose, even to the point where she was willing to, you know, sidestep, I suppose is the best word, but like step out of being center stage in their big performance at the end.
Yeah.
Because, you know, she didn't need to be the center. Like Makoto was saying, it would make the most sense. She was saying, well, it might just be better for the team as a whole.
Yeah.
And,
she because in the beginning she really is just kind of that like kind of childish, like I want to be an idol and I'm just gonna do these little street performances and it's so much fun. But when she really does do that first performance at the grocery store or whatever the fuck it is,
Narufest,
you really see her kind of like mature in all of that ongoingness, and then I think she becomes a really good character after. Because like they start setting her up really good, especially when you start seeing the backstory with the Koichi thing. But once you see her start to get that confidence and start to break out of her shell, she becomes much, much better. She was always an enjoyable character, but that's just one of the things I really liked about the manga is all the characters in of themselves are already fairly interesting in the beginning, but then just the amount of growth and development they go through is so good. Because it's not like the long form of My Hero where it's like, okay, we're gonna have them grow a little bit, and now we're gonna have fucking 50 chapters of kind of fluff, and then it's like, oh, they might learn another important characteristic, whatever, and now we're gonna deal with that for a while. It's like pretty consistent growth and development in a short amount of time, and it just, you can really see them grow, and it feels much better than the like, oh, they learned a little bit of a lesson here. Okay, way later down the line, they learned a little lesson that piggybacks off the other one. It's like, okay, I get it, but like everything feels stagnant.
Yeah, no, the growth here is it's rapid, but it's not so fast that it seems like bullshit.
Yeah.
Plus, like,
pacing's it's really good in this.
Yeah, the pacing's incredible in this in terms of like where the foreshadowing is and then where the actual event is that it's foreshadowing. It seems like there's a really nice gap of usually around like 6 to 7 episodes of space between them. And like the most notable one was at the beginning, episode 2. We had Pop Step falling out of the air and Koichi basically threw himself off the side of a building to give her something to jump off of so she could land safely. And his recourse was, I'll just land in the garbage. But that was really nice, kind of like foreshadowing again. I was looking for another word, but whatever. It's really nice foreshadowing for the moment when, you know, he takes that leap of faith out of the bus to save Makoto. And I guess instead of landing in the garbage, you know, motherfucker pulls out the clutch.
True.
Yeah. He became the GOAT.
And I think that was like episode 8 or 9.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say too much about it. Matt, you'll know what I'm talking about, but the really big story arc involving Pop, I thought that was going to be set up at the end of this season, and I'm really looking forward to that because that's probably going to be all of next season. And around the conclusion of that is when I stopped the manga because it was a good stopping point. And so I'm really excited for that because I remember that was one of my favorite parts.
Yeah. No, I think you are 100% like finger on the pulse right now. The next arc, I think the most important 3 characters are going to be Pop, Chris, otherwise known as Captain Celebrity, and the bad guy who is still unnamed in the anime.
Yeah.
But we know a whole lot about him, or we're about to learn a whole lot about him.
Yeah.
The Flash guy?
Yeah.
Yes. The guy with the scar that always has his face in shadow.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It's
right there.
It's so hype.
Yeah. It's
I'm out here guessing fucking Hawk and Dove, and I saw the Flash on. What a fucking idiot.
It's gonna be really good. It's gonna be really good. But
I'm excited. I'm
in the
excited.
meantime, we talk about what we've got, and what we've got
I do.
is Captain Celebrity.
Oh, man.
Such a
Now you.
He's a piece of work from the ground up. He's a piece of work. But you know what? He is really, really good at this hero shit. It's one of those things where it's like the movie Rudy, where coaches always said, if I could put your heart in anybody else's body, I'd have, the Hall of Famer or whatever. I'd have the best player I've ever known. Well, Captain Celebrity is the guy that needs Rudy's heart put in his body.
Because he is very good, but it's also like...
His success rate is astronomical.
Oh, yeah, but it's like, hey, there's that monster attacking the city. You want to go do something about that? He's like, nah, the press isn't in place. I haven't officially been called yet. Like, I'm not on the clock.
Exactly.
I'm chilling.
He doesn't care if people are going to die. He cares that the image is set, or that the scene is set.
Yeah. Will say it was a great bit when he's out to dinner with Makoto, and then his wife calls Makoto, and she's like, yeah, we're out for, like, a fancy dinner right now. And he's like, I think I need to go save those people now.
When he goes to save the people, the woman in his arms is, like, trying to, like, snuggle up to him, and he's like, please, ma'am, not now. It would be inappropriate.
Does Captain Celebrity have a best friend, perchance?
Not really.
No,
he will.
Loner. He will. Is it Koichi?
I mean, yeah.
Fuck. Never mind on what I was about to say. Never mind then. I was just gonna say I want to like Captain Celebrity because he's so clearly
You will.
He's so clearly an allegory. So clearly an allegory for one of the best heroes of all time.
You think so? You're gonna be surprised.
So clearly. He's so... Is he not? All he's missing is the fucking robot companion, but he has Makoto in his ear.
He's got a lot of... I don't want to say secrets, but, like, he's got a lot of depth, I guess. A lot of stuff bubbling under the surface of just what we see right now.
Well, I mean, so does the other guy.
I'm not going to call him this series Bakugo, because, like, that would be stupid and lame. And it's a completely different kind of, like, trajectory.
To disappoint me.
But, like, he has that same arc of, like, he's obviously introduced to be a guy that you can't stand, and then you see him come, 180 degrees the opposite direction, not just as somebody that learns his lesson, but somebody that, like, not only learns his lesson, but I guess overcorrects and, like, is just a force for positive change.
Yeah.
Also,
I expect a lot from him because whenever I said fuck this guy, and then you said, oh, he's got big booster gold energy, I was like,
hell,
you know what this means. You know what these words mean, Alex, in this house.
Look at it from the booster gold perspective. He has insane, like, basically god tier power in his hands, and he's doing, like, street patrol shit.
He is.
He's operating in the shadowy neighborhood, catching drug dealers instead of going out and taking on All for One or whatever.
I see the vision. With him. I just don't know if Chris is going to pull it off. I don't know. I don't know if Chris is Michael. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's a Chris Michael. You'll learn a lot
about Chris. I don't know that he's quite Michael. But
that's fine.
It's different. You'll see.
How do we feel about
different but good?
How do we feel about the street thugs, like Koichi's initial bully turning good guy and helping out Knuckle Dust and all that?
Oh, I love that. I love that a lot, actually. I think that was good. If we're being vigilantes, what better type of vigilantes than ex-street thugs turned good?
Basically, And like that seems to be a recurring theme in the show is that like a lot of these people that are trigger like afflicted villains or instant villains are, you know, victims and they need to be rehabilitated instead of punished.
I will say that was.
But I feel bad for Eel.
Yeah.
Which also funny that his name has eel in it as well, but I know that they love doing that.
Oh, he's got it rough.
Yeah, he got it real rough. Not only is he a simp, he's now a giant slime.
Yeah. Well, that's the big thing is like it goes from just, you know, we're putting drugs in people to now they're like full on body modifying people.
Yeah.
A very familiar and suspicious way.
Yeah, this is not the genetic alteration I was talking about.
No,
I was more talking about, you know, taking out the cancer genes.
Outright confirmation of it, but we did hear the very familiar voice of All for One on the phone talking to Hachiska on the rooftop when Knuckle Duster began the confrontation with her. So that's just one of those things where like this series was not looked at as canon until a good way through its production.
Yeah.
A lot of people kept hand waving it the same way they kept hand waving the movies. But not only did this series get accepted as canon, it also ties itself directly into a couple of the movies as well. And that body modification for, you know, quirk enhancement or to make a body that can handle boosted quirks is a big part of that connection to the main series and the movies.
Yeah.
Right on. Good to know.
And then, of course, we had the bit about everybody being obsessed with Pop's butt.
Yeah.
Problematic, but also at the same time, it was funny when it was like the 5-year-old kids.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I mean, that's still... It just...
Kind of.
We were kind
of... They're
They're
noticing it for a different reason than the adults, but they're still noticing it, which is pretty telling
noticing
about the situation.
Yeah. I mean, it is one of those cultural differences, because it's like, okay, idols over there really do get started in their, like, teenage years.
Yeah.
Before they become, like, fully fledged at, like, 18 to 25 and then fucking retire. But it is a ongoing problem, not just here, but also there, of kind of the glorification of it and the, oh, I can't wait till you're a legal idol so I can fully appreciate everything you've got. It's like,
basically, yeah.
Oh boy, Britney Spears turned 18 last week. Time to snapshot a picture of her pussy coming out of the limousine, guys.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. Exact same thing as that, whatever, OnlyFans shit we were talking about before.
Yeah.
Oh, Lil Tay?
Yeah.
We've come full circle.
That being said, Pop Step's dedicated fan base does not seem nearly as creepy as what we have in real life. Well, her dedicated fan base being the teenagers that are co-opted by Chris into a man group, the Manosphere.
Pseudo biker gang.
I mean,
kind of.
Yeah. I mean, we have pseudo Wolverine and Cyclops there too, so
yeah,
that's pretty cool. I ain't mad at that. Obviously,
it's a really good twist.
Yeah, I like that they both have X's on their uniform. Good. It's good little touches. The touches like these that make me know that, you know, for every Lockheed Martin logo on a character's face, there's someone out there consuming comic books.
It's a good thing. Chainsaw Man is peak.
It's what is it in Full Metal Alchemist? Equivalent exchange.
Yep.
It went from being a manga that loved America to a manga that openly hates America.
I mean, but is that not just the American way?
True.
Yeah. I mean, it was pretty telling.
Yeah. Did
we
our
started
government...
off with the gun devil and the NRA losing their trigger fingers. So we kind of saw this one coming. The war devil and America are intertwined forever.
Absolutely. I was gonna good stuff. It's good stuff going on in Chainsaw Man. And definitely in Vigilantes, obviously.
Can't believe they really had multiple pages dedicated to fucking. I don't even want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it
for the Japanese government.
Oh, I mean that too. I was talking about something much more recent and much, honestly, more unhinged.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, Fat Man's back in town.
But anyways, you know, Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man. Or My Hero Academia Vigilantes.
My Hero Academia Vigilantes just, they get it. They highly understand. In terms of bits, I don't really have anything else on my list here that I highlighted. So I'll let us get our last round out before we move on to some characters, recommendations, numbers, etc.
I pretty much touched on everything. I think the last thing we didn't really talk too much about the Knuckle Duster stuff, but I'm assuming we're all going to touch on that in characters and favorite characters. I'm assuming. No? It's okay if not. I mean, I'm not saying Knuckle Duster is my favorite. I'm just saying Knuckle Duster definitely, like, that interaction with his family definitely, like, evoked the highest emotional reaction out of me.
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
You know. Yeah. It was such a good moment. And then the oh, you just missed her, kid.
The absolute peak moments were Koichi flying, Knuckle Duster actually, like, basically pulling the whole extraction out of his ass.
Yeah.
And I think the other one was probably the concert.
Yeah. Can we just talk about and appreciate how fucking unhinged he is when he's fighting his daughter that is being controlled, and he's literally like, don't think about it, just let your instincts kick in and beat the living shit out of the person in front of you.
She was basically sitting there saying, like, oh, I know he's gonna hold back, he doesn't want to bust up his pretty little daughter. Gut punch!
Gut punch, yeah. At this point, yeah. I mean, like, if something
no
like
wonder they told her not to get out of the hospital bed. I don't think she could walk.
Yeah, you gotta, you don't, that's a tough moment. That's a tough thing. Actually,
and it's like, obviously, like, greater good, you know, it's the juice is worth the squeeze. But I imagine, like, even if she doesn't remember that, he remembers that.
Yeah.
One of those things, you gotta do what you gotta do for your kids sometimes, and sometimes you don't.
Yeah, like, murder them and bring them back to life.
True.
You know, hit the old reset button, blow off the cartridge, plug it back in.
I need to starve the brain of some oxygen real fast to get this parasite out. Hopefully there's no long-term effects.
There doesn't seem to be any long-term effects at the
moment. No. I mean, it worked out, but I'm just saying, like, in real life, cutting oxygen off to the brain, normally you don't come back 100% after
also,
that.
Like, he ripped that fucking bee, like, right out of her eye socket. That motherfucker was, like, in her brain, like, intertwined in there.
Yeah.
Well, you know, the frontal lobe's not fully developed till 25, so it'll regenerate.
It didn't work for that Kennedy girl.
I think she was older.
Oh, was she? Damn. I don't fucking know.
I'll Google this. I'll Google.
Are you sure you should be the one to Google that? You might be on a watch list.
We all are for some reason.
Maybe we should leave that to somebody who hasn't gotten a message from some government agency about their online presence. Oh, is that just me?
I just assumed it was a scam in my case, so I ignored it.
She was 23. She was 23.
Oh, okay. So basically, like, done growing.
Yeah, basically done growing. Yeah. So, I mean, it's not. I'll say this. Of the things I've Googled involving historical figures. How old someone is when they had a problematic medical procedure done is probably not the first.
Fair enough.
Probably not. I mean,
you Google what age should I be lobotomized at for peak results.
For peak
probably
results, I'd
say
imagine
26 to make sure you stay lobotomized.
Yeah, I would imagine it. You know, it's like a vasectomy. The later you get it, the higher chance you have of it not getting reversed.
Okay. So I should get lobotomized on my deathbed.
No. You see, because you want to enjoy your vegetative years.
True.
So I should get lobotomized.
Year singular. So the year before you're ready to call it quits, that's when you go, hey.
I'm thinking
Tell the doctor as you're going down for the lobotomy, hey, doctor, just you remember everything, stick to the plan over the next year, because I won't be there to hold you accountable.
I think anywhere from 30 to 35, because, you know, you've had three decades of shit. You know, you had your kid years, which were hopefully good. They should always be good. And then you had your adolescence, which varies, you know, obviously varies. But then you had like 10 years of pure adult. We're like, okay, yeah.
Treat it like a colonoscopy, and like everybody gets their like first mandatory lobotomy at like 35 or 45, and then if you want another one later on, or if you feel like you need another one later on, you can get another lobotomy.
Yeah, I'm no longer a vegetable.
We need to care about men's
vegetable.
Speaking of men's health, actually, it made me realize
architecture.
We didn't really talk about the part where Hichiska basically like was using Stain as a way to lure out the Vigilantes through Spike. And that's kind of what led to the whole Knuckle Duster crossing the line situation.
Look, if anything, Knuckle Duster held the line. So just doing what any good parent would do.
In terms of football, it makes perfect sense that you want to make your play behind the line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but everything's solid. Everything worked out.
I just think it's so funny how, like...
Nobody got crowbarred.
Like, Stendhal went into this whole situation as, like, okay, like, you did me a favor so I could dispense justice, so now I'll kill some criminals for you that I would probably kill anyways if I came across them. And then immediately his entire worldview is shattered, and it's gone from, I'm gonna clean up the scum of the earth to, you know what, I'm gonna start murdering heroes.
Yeah, because the
heroes are superheroes.
The heroes
are bullshit
ones.
They're just like
only the frauds.
Yeah.
Look, we've been over this in the My Hero manga. Some of these heroes do be acting like frauds. We saw one of them. We know that he has to refuel his fuel reserves.
Okay,
he had already almost gone to empty.
Though. It's grape juice.
That's not the point. That's not the point.
It was a poor timing for a villain to pop up. But like,
you know where you are. They pop up all the time over here. Why are you wasting your fuel to reshoot a commercial? Why are you doing this?
Because that's part of the job.
Well, the shot was fine. We're reshooting it for something that could have easily been fixed in post.
I think he's just being polite as a...
It was 4 frames.
Host. Yes, it's completely unreasonable completely unreasonable for Chris to have even requested that, let alone, like, fixated on it. But, like... You know, like, it doesn't seem like it's the end of the world for, like, somebody to say, like, I don't mind doing a reshoot if my coworker wants to do a reshoot. That's just politeness. I mean, like, yes, resources, whatever, but also it's just grape soda.
Polite? What about all the cast? Or not the cast, what about the crew?
They're not real people.
They're all getting paid.
Someone's never had to work with the union contracts. We are slotted for a certain amount of time.
Maybe.
If you want to go over that time, you have to negotiate that.
We'll have to see if that's part of the story later on, I guess.
All right, you have to negotiate that. You have to make sure everybody's okay with it. Unless they book them for the whole day, in which case, you know, all is well, and I'll stop hating. But you know, I do think that this Ingenium is a fraud. And I like I said, I'm glad he's no longer working in the hero business.
Okay.
We don't need these heroes. We don't need these types of heroes on the street.
I disagree because I feel like if Ingenium is not deserving of being a hero, like why would Koichi be deserving of being a hero? They do the same thing. They help people where they can help them, and they stop villains that they are capable of stopping and call for help when they need someone that does more.
Help people where we can help them.
Yeah.
But hold on, what did I say in Discord? I brought this up. I brought something up specifically. Where I was like, this guy is an actual...
like it was just the grape juice.
No, there was something before.
And then like he took the business card back, and that was weird, but like it's for a good reason.
No, it was Man-Bat. It was Man-Bat. He was chasing
because
Man-Bat.
The bad guy got away?
No. He was chasing Man-Bat for multiple days. And then
they
come across him and take care of it.
When you're chasing a villain and they get away, yeah, you're gonna chase them for multiple days.
For multiple days? Yeah. You didn't think ahead and put a net on the road after day 2?
Well, he can fly. Who cares about a fucking net?
Oh my god! Like we don't have multiple flying heroes we're in contact. Oh my god!
That they just weren't ready for because he was high on drugs.
At their job. Because they're bad at their job.
Because he was high on drugs.
They are bad at their job.
You're right. When I'm a police officer and I'm fighting this crackhead and I shoot 5 rounds into him and he keeps charging me, I needed a better plan because I should have known.
Yes, you needed a better plan to take down the crackhead. Why are you shooting a crackhead?
Because
if somebody calls in and says somebody is running at a high speed on the highway, you need to stop them. Your plan is I'm going to set up barricades, chase them, and make sure they run somewhere safe that isn't like, in public whatever or in like people spaces or common areas. That's all they were doing because that's all the information they had. And then the motherfucker sprouted wings.
Again, we got multiple shots of them, more than 2 shots of them chasing this guy on different days.
Well, those were all the sidekicks. Is it my fault?
I don't get why we're defending frauds. I don't get this. I don't understand. Okay, clearly Ingenium got what was coming to him. Okay, this man is wasting fuel to reshoot commercials, cannot make a formative plan to capture a villain that fucking street level vigilantes with 0 training captured in a single night. They're not even licensed heroes. They couldn't be there when the cops got there to take Man-Bat in. But they also would have gone to jail. But they would have been like, oh, but we did a better job than the licensed guy. Why are we going to jail? The system was broken. Okay. Stain had a point. He probably got some heroes he wasn't supposed to. He was right on the money with Ingenium.
Some would say he got a lot of heroes he wasn't supposed to.
Ingenium is not one of those. Ingenium is exactly the type of hero he was supposed to get. Exactly the type of hero. He clearly cares about his public. He clearly it makes me feel bad for the kid in 1A. His brother was bad. His brother was a fraud. I'm sorry about it. You didn't have to go through all that trouble for him.
Hey Alex, did you ever finish My Hero Academia, the base series?
I did.
Oh, okay. That's really funny then. This is especially funny then.
I don't remember if there's anything particular with Ingenium that should be coming to mind, but it doesn't. Well, Iida's fine. Ilya's fine.
You're saying Iida's fine and that Tensei was a mess, but Iida doesn't do anything. At the end of the series, he's literally just a delivery boy to bring Todoroki from point A to point B.
Yeah, he's doing his job. That's what... He was never meant to be the guy, obviously. He's like fucking Joe and Digimon. He's there because we need a...
How come he didn't stop the villain?
Him? How come
he didn't stop the villain?
Because he's not the fucking chosen fucking one-for-all user.
Neither was his brother! They're both just guys!
Neither one of them are fighting. Neither one of them are fighting one for all, though. That's the thing. This guy is a random. This is a random guy that you should be
Brother,
able to capture. You have a multiple.
That's
you have multiple
what I'm saying.
sidekicks.
Ida doesn't fight or capture anybody. Like, they're the same hero.
He's in school. He's in school.
They're the same
Okay,
hero.
out on
But
the
when
streets.
he gets out of school, he's just going to be doing the same thing. It's not like
He
he's
is
going to get out
literally
of school and
just
be
his older
magically
brother
different.
When
with
he's out
glasses
of
on.
school-
That's the only
By the-
change. Actually,
by
I
the
think
time he's out
he
of-
might be fucking jacked. That might be the
Okay.
difference too.
Yeah, by the time they're out of school, though, society is reformed to where we no longer need these types of heroes like Ingenium, though. That's the thing.
He is
reformed to-
Ingenium. He's the same Ingenium.
Yes, he is. He is the same Ingenium, the same way that Wally West is the same Flash as fucking Barry Allen. They have the same name.
It's
Sure.
not. It's no. They
They're
have
not
the same job.
guy.
Down to their day to day, they do the exact same thing. They have the exact same role in different societies. They do the same thing. It's the same way
bro.
where, like,
No.
after a new president takes over in office, you know who's still there doing the exact same thing? The person reporting job numbers. Oh wait,
No.
never mind.
No,
Hold on,
that's the
hold on.
thing. That's
Bad
not the case
example.
all the time. Look, I'm simply saying that this Ingenium, I think, was not good. I'm not saying violence against people is right. I'm not saying Stain was necessarily correct in all of his actions. I'm simply saying
I think you actually said that very specifically.
I did. You know what? In fact, Stain was correct. Stain was correct on this one. He is not the type of hero we want in the streets. We don't want him. We don't want Captain Celebrity. Okay, we don't want these guys. These are the guys that care about brand deals and their image. That's not what a hero is about.
Don't
A
say
hero
you
is
don't want
about
Captain Celebrity. You're gonna regret that. You're gonna regret that.
when we get to season 2, or when I read the manga, whichever comes first. Probably me reading the manga. I might retract that. But as for right now, we don't want heroes, and clearly, you know, to some extent, society agreed. Society agreed because society begins to reform.
Yeah,
At the
but
end of
society
My Hero
really
proper.
liked Ingenium.
Yeah, well, you know what else society really likes?
Nuclear bombs. I read it in a manga.
I read it in a manga. Well, careful what you read in mangas. I hear we're fetishizing high schooler butts.
Wait, hold on. You mean to tell me that everything that happens in a manga isn't what happens in real life?
That's crazy. I thought these were
They're
like...
fetishizing high schooler butts.
Sorry, I thought I
Anyways,
just heard a voice in my house.
No, that's good. That's a good way to kind of wrap things up as far as the open floor discussion goes.
Great, you lost me my chance to talk about other things. No, I'm kidding. I
Oh,
didn't
that's
have
another thing.
anything else to
Hold on.
talk about.
Yeah, I'm pretty much
My
ready
Hero
to
Academia
get.
Vigilantes other thing.
Mm,
Oh, that would have been a good thing to talk about. You're right. I'm sorry.
yeah.
Well, speaking of other things, if you liked My Hero Academia Vigilantes, which it sounds like we all did, what other things do you think people might like?
And obviously, My Hero. Obviously,
Boo.
you wouldn't be here
I
if you
wouldn't
didn't.
touch it with
But
a 10-foot
I feel like-
pole.
Boo.
I didn't for several years. After consuming a decent amount of it. If you like My Hero Academia Vigilantes, you might also maybe... You'd probably get down with Super Crooks.
Maybe.
You might get down with that. Feels safe-ish.
I think if you like My Hero Vigilantes, you should watch Go Go Loser Ranger.
Oh, was that good?
It starts out pretty good, and then it kind of loses the plot, but first season's good.
I didn't know they got more than one season.
Yeah, I think the second season's airing right now. I don't know. I watched the first season and then read the manga, and then lost interest in the manga, stopped reading it.
It's fair.
That's fair. That does happen.
It had a really good premise, and then they kind of dropped what made the premise interesting, and then I was like, ah.
Interesting. Well, I guess not interesting anymore, unfortunately.
Unfortunately. That was a good premise.
I dig. If you liked My Hero Academia Vigilantes, I think you should also check out Spy Family. It's another situation where a trio of misfits that are extraordinary in their own very different ways come together and seem to not just build a family, but also, you know, all seem to take care of each other cohesively, even though in Spy Family it's very, very kind of like under the table.
For some reason, let's say someone was emotionally broken and they enjoy Spy Family, but they like Vigilantes. What else would you recommend? Just hypothetically speaking, if a person like that was to exist,
I would recommend watching Spy Family season 2.
just go further in.
Yeah, you really just gotta like pour the Drano in the hole and like bust that clock.
Yeah, so like this is you before Spy Family season 2, and then it's just kind of a with season 2 right in there, right? That's what we're going with.
It's been ongoing for a minute as far as the manga goes. I've been pretty immersed in that as far as whenever it's active. So I'm not 100% sure I remember quite what the pacing was for the anime, but I will say the manga has some parts that are just absolutely like...
Oh, so people are getting brain controlled against their will to invade other people's bodies.
No. It has parts that are akin to... almost akin to Koichi flying. Not in terms of like people doing superhuman shit, but like people having their breakthroughs.
Don't say that. Stop saying that. No, don't say that. No, yes, you can't say that.
Very specifically in regards to Yor,
she goes plus ultra.
No.
Well, I don't know. I only watched the first season of Spy Family.
I'm not gonna say it in the Discord or on the recording, but I'll say it after we cut our recordings. Because I know you guys aren't going to read Spy Family and aren't going to watch however many fucking seasons it takes to get caught up to wherever the manga is now.
You don't know that. You don't know that. You don't know what I'm picking for next season.
Pretty confident.
You don't.
But we'll see.
I could go K, Spy Family, JoJo, Still Ball Run. To my one other pick.
My Hero Academia Vigilantes season 2.
Yep, right there. Because I know it's Witch Hat.
I get it.
Because it didn't come out this year.
Well, yeah, I'm glad you're so good at making executive decisions like that, because I have another executive decision for you to make.
Can do.
Who is your favorite character?
Koichi.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. He's kind of the goat. Okay. I like him a lot more than
no
Deku.
Idea.
Like
there was a point in time
better.
where power scaling nerds on Reddit were saying that Koichi could beat Deku in a fight.
No. I mean Deku like I'm not gonna glaze Deku. Like Deku isn't as strong as I think power scalers are making him. Like My Hero Verse isn't as strong as people like to make it out to be.
No, for what it is, it's a pretty low power verse. I mean, like not as low power as Jujutsu Kaisen, but it's still pretty tame. There are only a couple people that have like those reality bending powers, and even then they are shown to have very clear weaknesses.
I think it's slightly stronger than the boys going verse.
Yeah.
Slightly
stronger. That seems appropriate. I would say Homelander in the My Hero universe would probably be not the heaviest hitter, but among the heaviest hitters.
Yeah.
In the same way that, like, in The Boys, he is clearly not the heaviest hitter in that, like, he's not infallible or immune to anybody else necessarily.
Yeah, I mean, his dad rocked
like,
his shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. If we want to be, we're not in an invincible tier yet. Invincible versus kind of.
Oh, it'll never reach that. It'll never reach that. Invincible's like from the get go, they have people capable of wiping out planets single handedly in less than a day.
Low-key kind of crazy. Crazy that people think
insane.
Homelander is as strong as Omni-Man. That's crazy.
Insane. But Mortal Kombat will do that for you,
Mortal Kombat do a lot of things for you.
It's true. True. Give you years of entertainment. And then you see the light and stop playing it.
Or they change the combat system to a system that you hate but the community loves, so they stick with that.
I get you. Yeah.
I guess I'm not going to do this anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, then we'll let Tristan do it. Tristan, who's your favorite character?
Don't hate me. It's gonna be Pop Step. She was just
a good one.
She was a real fun character. I love the whole crush on Koichi thing brewing. I'm a sucker for the love plots. Just all around a good time. Liked watching her come into herself and be more Don't do that. As soon as I said it, I was like, God damn it. But watching her get more confident, just an all around great character. I'm a big fan.
Huge fan. I get it.
Same. Pop Step, number 2, and then Knuckle Duster. See, I told you that Knuckle Duster wasn't going to be all of our favorites.
This is highly convenient because my favorite character was Knuckle Duster. And not just for what he's already done, but you'll see even more going forwards.
No, he's sick as hell.
He's... sometimes I wake up in the morning and I feel a little bit sick. Knuckle Duster wakes up in the morning and he already knows he's sick. That's what it is. Every day in, day out.
Different types of sickness. Matt has the lupus, 100%. Whereas Knuckle Duster has I'm badass.
I have a touch of lupus, while Knuckle Duster's got a highlight tape.
Pretty much. I can't spell for
he's not just, the mentor character or the father figure of the group, I suppose. He's also, in practice, almost 100% right all the time when shit hits the fan. In terms of, neutral, he can't deal with people. He should not be allowed to face the public ever, honestly. Because his first idea is beat him up, ask questions later, even if it's a random dude in a suit that happens to be a drug dealer, but
his tongue was black.
Does not have any probable cause. It's just one of those things where obviously everybody can tell there's more to him than just an old guy that likes to fight. Just in terms of the instincts and how he performs and the fact that he holds his own against other people that have quirks while he seemingly has nothing going for him other than, brute strength and mental disturbance that lets him fight through the fact that he's about to get the shit kicked out of him.
Well, there's this little known buff, actually 2 buffs that this guy's got. The first buff, it's called Dead Wife.
That's a big one.
He doesn't get that buff till later on, though.
So
he doesn't get the Dead Wife buff until after he wins.
Sorry. He has Dying Wife buff.
He has Dead Wife buff when he's trying to repair his relationship with his daughter.
Yeah, so what the Dying Wife buff does is it removes all external pain because you're already hurting so much on the inside. Right? And then the second buff that he has is regret over loss of child that is directly my fault.
He's got Liam Neeson buff.
Yeah. So, since the last thing that he said to his child that he didn't have a good relationship with was not positive.
He says, I don't have any superpowers, but what I do have is a very specific set of skills.
Yeah, I have paternal rage. Yeah, so what that does is that increases your aggression and physical damage output by at least double because and then that with the dying wife buff where you're not feeling external pain, it really allows you to perform at levels of which that Mike Tyson in his prime couldn't even. You know what I'm saying?
Mike Tyson tried to bribe a zookeeper into letting him into the gorilla exhibit to fight one.
No. Knuckle Duster, though. Knuckle Duster would go in there, break the gorilla's neck, and get out before anybody knew he was there.
Knuckle Duster, a broke-ass bitch. He'd probably just, like, lynch the gorilla from outside the enclosure.
Whoa.
Wait a minute.
First
wait
we
a
have
minute.
Pop Step coming
Hang
in ourselves.
on.
Now we have
Hang
lynching.
on. Hang on.
What is happening? What happened?
It was gonna be about him doing the fake Spider-Man shit with the fucking...
Fuck! What? Let's move on to scores.
Yeah, this is where I give the show an 8.8, not for Nazi reasons.
Oh, okay.
I'm so sorry. Why is my face on this? No, but in all seriousness, yeah, let's put some scores on this.
Yep.
Tristan, do you want to go first? You probably are the least controversial in the last, 10 minutes.
He's the one that said Pop Step coming in herself.
That was 11 minutes ago.
I'm gonna give this a 9 impromptu pop step performances on the street out of 10.
That's pretty good.
Actually, what you said about Knuckle Duster breaking that gorilla's neck reminds me, I saw a video on the internet of a guy that got rejected by a woman and immediately went to try and snap her neck in the middle of the street, and then she kicked the shit out of him.
What the fuck? Okay, she did the correct thing. That guy.
Yeah,
damn,
no,
that guy should be locked up.
It ended up being a very happy result, but in the moment, it's what the fuck?
What is happening right now? Jesus Christ. Anyways, as for myself, I'm gonna have to give this 8 the crawler hoodies out of 10. I don't have the full set; they're a limited edition.
Oh, here, let me.
This is a superhero look. Why do I look like a fucking Care Bear with no ears?
If it could close up a little bit more, you'd be like a blue version. There it is. It's V2 Kenny.
Oh my goodness.
That's so good.
Princess Leia trying to wear a hoodie be like,
gotta get the hair put.
Perfect.
You
guys didn't say any cool fun slurs while my headset was off, right?
No, just regular
slurs
want to, because I can take it off again.
Yeah, really give us those few extra seconds to slip some in.
I promise I won't be mad if whoever returns it puts it back where they found it while my back is turned.
Look, I put the slur jar right there. And it wasn't there when I came back home. So somebody around here
being a jar where you put $1 every time you slur, but instead, for some reason, the kids keep writing slurs on pieces of paper and putting it in the jar.
No, the slur jar, it's whenever you have the jar, you can say all slurs without repercussion.
That's what it is. It's like the conch from Lord of the Flies.
And that's what the slur jar is. We keep it high up on the shelf.
That's how you honestly modernize society to remove conflict, is if you're holding the slur jar, just get it all out, and then after that you have to behave. Like the Purge, but for slurs.
I just don't think the Purge would work.
No, it wouldn't. You guarantee people would be like, well, it's 1201, who's gonna know the difference?
Yeah. I do think
someone's gonna be mid-chainsaw murder, and they're gonna be like, well, I can't just leave it halfway done even though the Purge is over.
I do think it would probably solve the housing and job issues and probably inflation, but
oh dude, I'd get murdered in the first Purge ever. And you know what? I wouldn't have a housing issue ever again.
I don't think I'd be in America when the Purge happened. Pretty sure it's an America only event. Matt, what's your score though?
My score is unsurprisingly, gonna be 10 bad guys cranked up to 11 on drugs.
Christ. That's a masterpiece.
It's beautiful.
It is really good.
It is
Fair
not
enough.
only
Yeah.
like insanely like old school comic booky in terms of like the onomatopoeia bubbles popping up when Knuckle Duster clocks somebody even. It's insanely comic booky in terms of like you get all of your little like still frame hero shots basically kind of like worked into the regular cadence of the show. Most notably like the scene where Koichi and everybody were on the corner of that rooftop and Ingenium was looking up at them and kind of putting, two and two together. That was like cinematic as fuck. That's the kind of thing that you would guarantee to see on like a comic book cover of like volume
Villains do
4
my
or
job
whatever
better.
of some like off-brand Batman run or something, or off-brand like off the wall or off center. I don't know.
What you're saying.
Yeah, a deep cut basically.
Yeah.
I don't know. The vibes are just immaculate. Knowing that the story is going to continue to be fantastic probably does a number as far as my score. But honestly, this is where I say it. Like very, very clearly and proudly. My Hero Academia Vigilantes is objectively better than My Hero Academia. It's not a situation where Horikoshi did anything wrong. It's a situation where somebody saw what he did right, and they very, very much took something close to their heart and extrapolated from that.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, exactly. It's the good kind of fan fiction. Fan fiction gone right, I suppose. Not the good kind. There is no good kind of fan fiction.
Well, that's not true.
I'm gonna say, I guess. What are we watching next week?
Our score cumulatively was a 9, obviously. 10, 9, 8, that makes a 9. But next week, we are watching Lazarus. As a continuation of our Action August slate. The action sequences were helped made by the John Wick guy. So if y'all like John Wick, it was the idea of it and the script and stuff came from Shinichiro Watanabe. He did like Samurai Champloo and Cowboy Bebop. I've heard through the grapevine that it's mid.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I'm ready to throw some hot takes out there.
Yeah, I've watched the first 2 or 3 episodes and I'm not blown away. So
yeah,
I kind of wish I would have picked a different show, but we live and we learn.
I don't know. I had some high hopes for it, but
there was when it was announced, there was a lot of high hopes for it, and then I watched the first 2 episodes, and then I was like, I'm just gonna finish this when we have to finish it for the podcast.
Okay, yeah. See, this is one of the few anime that like Chloe had heard about. She was like, "Oh, I want to watch this. Watch this." I'm like, I'm gonna hear about this.
I'm gonna give the subs a try, but I absolutely hated the dubs. So I'm really hoping that the subs make it better.
My issue with the dub, this is an episode 2, so like a mild spoiler for episode 2, Matt. So there's a black character on the crew, right? They just kind of did like the general like dub voice, but then during the events of the episode 2, there's another black character, but they make him sound like he's from the hood and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why did we do this? And the one that sounds like they're from the hood, they're doing the bad stuff, but it turns out they're not really doing bad stuff for bad reasons. They're doing bad stuff because they're not getting paid from this. You'll see.
Yeah,
You'll see. It really rubbed me the wrong way. I was like, why is this happening right now?
Yeah, it seems like so after the first no, maybe it was before.
And then another thing, this is a thing that you would only notice if you were listening to the dub and had the subtitles on. This is also in episode 2. Oh my god. There's a line.
Like
No. This line is awful.
Go ahead.
So there's a line where it's an original. The original line is like, "Oh, they're Hispanic," but then in the dub they specifically say, "Oh, they're Mexican." And I'm like, y'all know what is happening right now. Why is this the choice?
Because of what's happening right now.
It's so crazy. So like, yeah, that just. I mean, like, I'm interested in the plot and I like the crew that's
Maybe
assembled.
in the
but if
dub,
choices like this keep happening,
the guy that is Hispanic in the sub and Mexican in the dub has some sort of passport on hand and pulls it out.
maybe. I mean, they were in like a 5-way shootout with the FBI, the DEA, Haitians, and Russians. So like they're clearly targeting specific groups here. On what
Marginalized communities that need to band together in an organized fashion to combat the inequality they face in day-to-day life.
Yeah, I mean, this might just me being like, very left-leaning, and like overlooking and like looking too deep into these choices, but it's crazy. It's crazy. I get where you're coming from on wanting to try out the sub because these dub choices are making me frustrated because they're unnecessary to the content.
Yeah, it's just there were a couple of them where it was just like these
Mappa.
Yeah. There were a couple of them where I was like, these are really bad dubs, like very bad, very like. You can tell it's a bad dub when the voice doesn't actually seem like it's connected to the character in any way, shape, or form. If it's a good dub, it feels like it's the character's voice. It feels like it's naturally coming from them. Like, even if there's some, like, lip non-syncs or whatever, you're like, this is the character. No, there's, like, 3 or 4 characters where it's like, this is a very obvious dub. This does not feel like this is how the character is supposed to sound. This does not have, like, what feels like any kind of emotion in this performance. It feels like they just said, hey, somebody come here. Hey, read these lines for me. Okay, cool. We're going to slap it on there, call it a finished product, and we're going to ship it out. And it was just for the expectations I had going into this, for that to happen in the first 2 episodes, killed it for me. I was like, this...
Yeah, which is not...
Yeah.
It's not common for his show's dubs to be like this.
Exactly. And that's what, like, really pained me. We can get more into it in the actual episode, but I'm just saying, I really,
we for sure will.
I don't have high hopes for this.
I'm gonna try to get
because at surface level, it looks like it has that Samurai Champloo kind of charm, especially from like that kind of little trailer we got where we saw a little bit of animation and like character introductions. And
I mean, the animation and music are fine.
And honestly, just burnt up all the goodwill that they had in advance of the actual debut. That's a bummer.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna be real. Like, the really animation's good,
and it did not meet expectations in a lot of aspects.
Yeah. I mean, like, I feel like the animation's pretty good so far. I like the music choices.
I'll admit the animation's pretty good. I don't remember the music too well, so I'll have to pay attention to that. But as far as like,
it's like jazzy.
Yeah. But as far as, like, the characters and the writing, they both just fell really flat.
I feel like it's a dub thing. I'm going to try to convince convince a sub watch on this one, as I'll have a passenger along for the ride. So
fair enough.
Yeah, I
but yes.
usually err on the side.
All right,
of
Matt,
dub,
get us out of
not just
here.
for convenience, but because like I'm always on the hunt for a shitty fake accent. But
Yeah,
Watch,
You'll
watch,
get an
watch,
accent.
watch the dub. Watch the dub. Give it 2 episodes.
Yeah.
See what happens. And
shitty fake accents.
Just watch the first 2 episodes. Just give
You get
it
an
a couple
accent.
episodes.
You
and,
get an accent, that's for sure.
We'll see what happens.
Sure.
Yeah.
There's a villain. I
Oh,
better
get
go deal
away.
with that.
Yep, you better do that, Captain Celebrity. Fucking bitch ass.
I don't know. Don't call my wife. Drink your water.
I'm gonna get out of here before the police show up.
Honestly, we all should.